How did the Mexican corrido go from being the music of 20th century revolutionaries to becoming the global phenomenon that dominates Spotify charts in the 21st century? This is not simply a change in musical rhythm, it is a transformation in visual culture, fashion, and the identity of an entire generation. The corrido was born during the Mexican Revolution. It was a way of communicating and delivering news to the people, much like newspapers did at the time. As time passed, corridos continued to evolve while always maintaining their core purpose of narrating events and telling stories. In the 90s, Chalino Sanchez became popular for singing about drug trafficking in his corridos, describing that lifestyle while also recounting real events. Narco-corridos became so popular and more artists began emerging with the genre, and it continued to evolve. New corridos subgenres started to appear, such as the Movimiento Alterado and corridos progresivos around the 2010. In 2015, the artist who inspired us, who would later put Mexico on the map of regional music, became popular in Mexico and United States. He was Ariel Camacho. He was the artist who popularized guitars in regional Mexican music. The docerola with its distinctive requintos and melodies accompanied by guitar and tuba. From there, subgenres emerged such as corridos verdes in Los Angeles through the 420 movement, as well as corridos focused on self-improvement, love, heartbreak, and trap corrido. Shortly after these movements, corridos tumbados began to emerge. A young man who grew up in a neighborhood in Mexico, Sonora, surrounded by an urban culture of rap and trap music, will also have a strong appreciation for the regional Mexican music, and especially a deep admiration for Ariel Camacho, created the perfect combination from which corridos tumbados were born. A journalist, Bruno Bartra, points out in his research for Letras Libres, the record label Rancho Humilde in Los Angeles, understand that young Mexican Americans did not identify with cowboy boots and hats, but rather with American hip-hop street culture. It was Natanael Cano who fused traditional guitars with the attitude of trap, creating an entirely new sound and aesthetic. The visual analysis of these movements reveals a complete break from the past. Tumbado artists rejected the traditional cowboy uniform. They adopted a hype-beast and urban aesthetic, designer clothing, exclusive caps, heavy chains, luxury watches, and diamonds. The images in their music videos are not merely decorative. They represent the American dream of rising from humble beginnings and achieving economic successes. They shifted from representing rural life to portraying urban and global luxury. This forces us to ask a critical question. How did technology and social media allow a historically marginalized and sensory genre to take over the global market? A study conducted by the Universidad Autónoma Metropolitana explains that corridos tumbados are not a loss of values, but rather an evolution in which young people from low-income neighborhoods use digital platforms to make their reality visible, challenging the control of traditional media outlets that attempt to censor them. Corridos tumbados demonstrated that visual culture is not fixed. They change the rules of the music industry, street fashion, and the identity of today's young Latino generation. They cease to be merely music preserved, a historical archive. Mis zancudas protegida estoy, Los Ángeles del mero centro, patios de